but someone wishes to come forward to speak with you at this time. It is a he. His name is Yang-Shi, and Yang-Shi is Lupine, a wolf species. We would transition out and allow him a moment to speak with you, as it is not common for Lupine to speak to humans.
Thank you.
If that is okay.
Of course.
Very well. We will return in a moment. Greetings.
Welcome. You are most welcome tonight.
Thank you. It is wonderful to be here. I am Yanshi. I come with great honor.
Excellent. We were speaking with the Yael earlier, and they mentioned that you wanted to come forward and speak with us. Would you share with us what you would like to pass on?
Yes. Your environment, it is important. It is, we cannot speak as deeply as we would like, so we must not speak with our natural voice. Your environment is poisoning yourself. We come from a tribal race who takes great care of our environment and those within it. If you cannot maintain your environment, how can you maintain yourselves? Humans must remain homeostatic within their environment so they do not corrupt that around them. If you are unable to sustain trees, the foliage, species upon the planet, then you may not be allowed another. Pay mind to this, as it is of great importance for your governments to know. And if they wish to take planets who already have beings upon them, then they will be removed. So, this is our primary message, but we will honor other questions.
Thank you. Actually, I am kind of curious. The Yael mentioned a war or a battle going on right now with a reptilian faction against your group. Can you shed some light on what is this about, and how are you dealing with this onslaught?
Onslaught is a proper term. The battle has waged for many thousands of years. It originally began with an insult of one culture to another, an ignorance of one to one of station. And because two proud races cannot seem to drop their guard and allow the other to insult them, the war began. Now, it has happened, as we said, for many thousand years. And we are very stubborn people. We do not wish to give up any of our ground, as it is our home planet that we are referring. So we fight to the death. Those who are stepping upon our region are invasive. They have conquered many planets before, and they will expand further yet. So, did you have any particular details regarding this?
There is a follow-up question from a member here. Is there anything that we can do to help facilitate our communication with you and help you in any way?
Well, we would have to think about that for a moment. We are being supported by Yael and other craft members to hold space for us. For any of you who are taking part in holding space, we understand, although humans are not well practiced in such things, this dibble-dabble of holding space is useful and helpful for us. So we say dibble-dabble because although humans set the intention to hold space, they often are distracted by many different things, whether it be through information or environmental factors. Holding the space truly means being present in that moment, holding the space. It does not mean holding the space and then listening to the conversation and then going back to holding the space. We hope you understand this.
Of course. Thank you.
So it is a devoted function of an individual. And we have many who are helping us. Although we do appreciate your support, it is not required but appreciated.
Okay, thank you. I have an interesting question here. Nordic and First Nation cultures have legends of wolf beings and wolf magic. Has your species interacted with these cultures or any humans previously?
Yes. We have been on your planet many times. And although we do not interact often, we are not a species who is well known to you. We are present and have intermingled and taught some Native Americans the way of the wolf. This is a ceremonial process of shape-shifting. It is merely an oscillation, a changing of frequencies within the shaman or the holder of the pipe, whatever it is they wish to refer themselves as now. Much time has changed since we have spoke to them, but they still remember the old ways and they honor them.
Excellent. We have a question. Are lupins, are those beings seen at what we call Skinwalker Ranch?
Are you finished your question?
Yeah, they're described as shapeshifters.
What they are perceiving at the ranch of Skinwalker is a rip in the space-time continuum. It is a fractured component of your matrix, which is allowing beings from other realities into your reality temporarily that fluctuate in and out of oscillation, which would make them physical at times and then vanish at other times, or perhaps they will teleport from place to place within such fields limitations. Now, this rip in space, or however you wish to perceive it, is not beneficial to the environment that it is in. And because it is torn, it has been observed by many different species who are observing temporal shifts and rifts that exist naturally upon your planet. So, in a way, it is a science project. But we are not related to this Skinwalker wolf being.
Excellent. Thank you for clarifying that. More of a generalized question here from one of our members. When or if will there be peace throughout the universe, the multiverse, and the omniverse? Or are we basically going to see constant war for infinity?
Well, war is something that is constantly occurring within all systems, relatively. It is something that one can choose to engage in, or one can transcend above. One does not need to focus on such things of war to have a happy, wonderful life. And one does not need to be in such wars in order to win to make the war stop. When one war ends, another begins in a different area, in a different region, as this is the focus of many of your subconscious, which is constantly battling each other's and causing turmoil, which you find exciting to look at. Many of the humans upon the planet are warriors, and without war, a warrior may fall flat. Without excitement, without battle, this is what nourishes the soul of the warrior. And battle does not necessarily need to be physical combat, nor terror or bombs and things of this nature. It is merely the instinctual function of the warrior to overcome difficult situations and troubles that are in their path. And they will always continue to act in such a way to overcome that force that is allayed against them.
Excellent. Thank you for that. We had the Yael representative said that he was an engineer. What is your role in your position?
We are that person that sits in the chair and fires the laser beam at craft.
Understood. Very good. We have an interesting question here from Don. Don says, there is a coming temporal agreement about to be signed. He would like to know, how may he seal the rift at Skinwalker Ranch? He says that he is a watcher, this world's watcher, and he would be happy to assist your world as well.
The rift can be closed with technology. It is left open for a reason. And we understand the purpose of watchers upon the planet. If one is a watcher, then they are not a doer. We hope this is clear. A watcher observes and takes lessons, writes them down, and has information for subsequent generations to communicate and share. Someone that is of design to do such a task will do such a task. But if you wish to do such a thing, then we would say one would require technology, which can push the layers of experience together to create a force field. It is difficult to describe. This is a quantum technology which we are referring to, and we are speaking of it in a linear way. There are technologies that would be required to be placed on either side of the rift. So first, you would need to find where the rift is. Then you would need to create technology on both sides of it. Then create a field which is emitted from both devices at the same time, simultaneously, so that it would press the edges of the rift together again. Skinwalker Ranch, in this occurrence, is a place that has several of these rifts. Some are higher in space, perhaps 1,000 feet up. Some of them are only 250 feet approximately up. So one would be required to create technology to reach such a plane in height, and then one may be able to close such rifts. Thank you for your question, Don.
And thank you for your answer. Okay, we have a question about Karen would like to know what is upcoming for us in 2021. Will we have more freedom to travel freely without special permissions or vaccinations?
When something has great energy put within it, it lasts for a longer period of time. If you can imagine the media's intent to put the thought of COVID into your mind, it creates a thought form within yourself as an individual. And as an individual, as you think of COVID, you manifest COVID. We are not saying that you will get sick from COVID, but we are saying that you are being a part of this collective consciousness, and creating that which is COVID. The more of you who think of such a process, who think of it, you cause this thought form to last for a longer period of time. And there are many, many of you who are taking part in this experience of COVID. When you find that this is not relevant and we do not care about this anymore, you stop watching your media, which is feeding your subconscious mind, then you will find a way that you can overcome such objections in your future reality. Regarding your ability to travel and things of this nature, as we said, a slow ball moves. A large ball with great mass moves slowly with no momentum. The momentum you must create yourself by moving on to what else is important in life rather than COVID. And as you create the slope, the ball will begin to roll. And the more people that stop caring about this COVID, the less it will exist within your reality. And the faster the ball will begin to roll until it has gone down the hill, so to speak.
Excellent answer. And that's definitely a theme that we're seeing this evening. Again, manifesting what we would like to bring about. Yanshi, if I could please invite you to just move the channeler a little bit and take a drink of water for yourself, please.
Yes. Refreshing.
If you would like a drink of water, I believe there is a glass of water in front of you.
The channel is okay for water. Thank you for your consideration.
Excellent. Excellent. Okay. So we have hopefully an easy question for you. Yang-Shi, we're curious to know what you physically look like.
You're curious of me. Well, I am approximately 6'5" in height. I stand on 2 legs. I have 2 arms like you. My coat is white in nature. I have several scars on my body. There are beings of werewolf which look something like me, but my nose is not quite as large, or my snout perhaps. We are rather lean species. I weigh approximately 165 of your pounds. And I have very fast reflexes. Are there further questions?
I don't see any other further questions about your physical nature. I'm personally kind of curious though. Can you describe your relationship? Please correct me if I'm wrong, with the Woven Kings or the cat beings.
The Woven Kings, we are required to search a database to find such a terminology. This is another lineage of Lupine. They existed a long time ago. And although we do not communicate with them, we are looking at our charts now. We are not fully familiar with their history, so we apologize. We cannot properly answer this question. Regarding the feline race, though, we have battled with them before. They are very commendable species. They are strong in combat and very honorable and compassionate beings.
It sounds like you respect them a lot.
We respect those who can stand in honor, who can be courageous when required, and to those who act with righteousness in the moment of crisis.
Excellent. Moving on to something a little bit more spiritual. Cool. Is it more important to develop ourselves personally now, or to develop community of like-minded people for the betterment of global consciousness?
This is an excellent question. There are many who would be better to answer this question than myself, but I will do what I can. If you imagine yourself as a lighthouse can emit light to many different beings. But if the lighthouse is not turned on, then it cannot help anyone to raise any light on any situation. So, there are many ships in your waters of life. If you are not able to light the way for them, then they may find their way upon the rocks. So, turn on your lighthouse, pay mind to your own needs, grow and develop and shine as brightly as you can for the world to see. And the brighter you shine, the faster you will notice your comrades grow. Whether your comrades are in your near environment, or perhaps they are in China, in Russia, in the Amazon. It does not matter where on the planet they are with you in spirit and consciousness. So shine your light as brightly as possible, and do not be afraid of anything that may be before you.
Yang-Shi, I think you did a great job answering that question. That was beautiful. Sticking with you for a moment, are your ships visible in our skies? There's a theory right now that our skies are just full with cloaked ships.
We are not directly in your environment at this time. We are above your environment. By your environment, we are referring to your atmosphere. But it is true that there are many observing you, like those in Nova Scotia, the species that our Yael friend referred to earlier.
Yes.
So they are observing you on a very close basis, but they are not allowed to interfere. Now, there are many who are cloaked within your space. You're near to the exterior of your atmosphere. We apologize. But they are not allowed to intervene past the atmospheric properties of your environment. So they do what they can with scale, we apologize, with scanning of many are interested in geography, many are interested in the consciousness of the human itself, many are interested in different species of flora and fauna upon your planet. And there are many who are interested in the agendas of humans. Now, we do care for the common people. We see the trends in the minds of man. By man, we are referring to woman as well. And we can see where your thoughts go, especially in the darker places, as they stand out to us to be healed. And it is difficult for us when we cannot help you, when we cannot stomp out that darkness and allow you to heal to a greater capacity. But it is of your government's requirement that we stay out of it and allow you to function within your own system independently.
Excellent. Thank you for that, Yang-Shi. How does a channeler feel? Does he need to get a drink of water?
He is okay, but we would ask of the attention of your current members. Are they fading? We can feel many of them have suppressed their energy somewhat and becoming strung out. So we do not want to perhaps take up too much of their time.
No, you're probably on point. You know, we were talking with the channeler for an hour before we started this segment here. So I'm sure, you know, everyone's just a little bit tired. It is tough though. There's still a whole bunch of great questions. How about are you able to maybe give us any kind of closing remarks from your end, and then maybe we can bring back Yael to close up tonight?
Very well. We think it would be best, rather than transitioning between being to being, for me to relay the message, if that is all right.
Please, whatever is best.
We would speak with him now. One moment. Very well. We are not the best speaker of all people, and we are not the most well-versed in communication with humans from our crew even. But we will say, many of you bright lights are shining at this time. And this is the time to shine. There is no other time. So as you find this flicker within yourself, follow it. This is your happiness. This is your excitement. Find new circumstances to live your life. And by this, we mean find environmental factors that keep your life exciting. Do not do the same thing every day, but move around and try new things. Explain what you know to others to help them in their understanding, as it takes a village to raise a child. It also takes a village to raise an adult, but not many humans say this. So we would say, this glorious, radiant light which you are is of great nature, and it is of great property that you use such light to fend off that which does not serve your greatest good, and instead move towards your greatest satisfaction and that of your inner peace. This is our closing message.
Thank you so much. We send you all the love and compassion that we can possibly send you, and we look forward to when we can communicate again.
Very good. I am Yang-Shi, and we salute you.
Thank you. Welcome back, David.
Thank you.
I think, yeah, you definitely need a drink of water after that. Wow. Really looking forward to you watching some of that video afterwards. Some great content there. You know, I'm a little lost for words. We still got questions, but I just want to thank you from the bottom of my heart for taking the time and the energy, sharing with us about yourself today, and sharing with us your wonderful, wonderful skills and wonderful messages from our galactic friends.
Thanks so much, Philip. And thank you, everyone, for having me. It's a great pleasure and honor for me to be here, to have the opportunity to help you guys in any way, shape, or form that I can. It is a great honor for me. So I don't usually speak to as many people as this, to be honest with you. So I feel all of your energies as you think of me and as you watch me. I can feel that. And it's something that is really beautiful. I hope that each of you can find your way. Oh, the beings are still here. Um, sorry. So I hope that each of you can find that path of individuality which you have in your life. And if you're able to grab onto a little bit of that, do it a little bit at a time. And remember, you don't have to just jump to the next step. It's always done in baby steps.
Absolutely. And everyone, please remember, David does have a YouTube channel and a website that is in the chat at the very, very top. He does lots of great services. He even does some workshops. Do you want to give a quick blurb, David, about the workshops that you provide?
Sure. Well, I have something I call the mentorship program. It's 3 months long. And I take someone from square one or wherever square they're on, and we do several healing sessions. We include a DNA infusion for my crew, who you just heard from, a couple of them anyway. And we actually do a physical DNA infusion, which can help raise IQ, EQ, psychic abilities, turn on genes that are good for you and turn off genes that are bad. It does a lot of different stuff, and there's information on my website about that. My mentorship program, we do healing, and then we build you up from the base all the way up, from protection to ethics to how to awaken your psychic abilities. And we learn about all different species that are interacting with Earth, and lots of other fun stuff. And so far, I've had 3 people that have done that because I just started it, and they are all, well, 2 of them are channelers right now, and I just had Gil. He's someone who's going through the program right now. He just seen his first aura and his first being. So people are going from a place of not having abilities to a place of using their abilities, and now the people that have finished the program are starting to help other people to awaken their abilities. So if anyone's interested in that, then that's great.
That's fantastic. Again, we're all helping each other just a little bit at a time, right? Just like you said, that's fantastic. There's lots of thank yous from the chat here, thanking you, David, for again your time, how amazing it was, sending you much love and blessings. So I really hope that we can have you on again sooner than later.
Yeah, I would be honored.
Okay. Just a quick reminder to everyone, please save the chat. There is some great content in there. So if you want to keep some of that, please save that before we go. Again, David does have his website and YouTube channel, so please check that out. This will be posted on there, so you can have some fun and check that out again. Thank you, Karen. She just posted David's website in the chat. So please check that out. A lot of great content, even just on the website. You've done a really good job there, David. So again, David, energy healer, channeler, Akashic record reader. So and many more things. So much more things. There is a long list I am not going to give right now. But once again, from the bottom of my heart, David, thank you so much for sharing with us today. And hopefully we can chat again soon.
Thanks so much, Phil. And thanks for having me, everybody, and being patient. I understand it's been a long chat. So I'm sure everyone wants to grab a drink and stretch and probably use the bathroom. So
for sure. All right, everyone, have a wonderful night. And I think we will see everyone on Thursday with Roland, right? Roland, with our BC or CCBC Zoom meeting.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. All right, everyone, have a wonderful night, and we'll see you next time.
Bye, everyone.